Hi, my name is Allison Coe. I'm a quantum healing hypnosis practitioner here in Portland, Oregon. Not California, but let's represent California today. And just all those people who are struggling, who are being burned out of their homes, out of their schools, everything. And so my heart goes out to you today. And I'm sending so much love down to our fellow humans down in California, anybody affected by those wildfires, whether or not they're man-made or not. All right, so let's talk today about some information that's been coming through sessions, hypnosis sessions here. This information, specifically, I wanted to talk about the event and it's kind of some more descriptors of what's coming through about the new earth. So I haven't posted in the last 3 months. I've been hard at work and have been enjoying it, but not the not posting part. I really missed that. And what I was doing was being so involved with all of this information coming through my sessions that it's like I couldn't see the forest through the trees, if you will. It was almost too detailed. So I've spent the last several weeks going back and listening to my clients' sessions and trying to find the common denominator that weaves through these sessions, the information that we can take out of each one and say, all right, there are many different data points that all say the same thing, so let's post about it. So two of those things, two of the most interesting things for me that I love to talk about or that just get me so amped up are the supernatural event and any information about the new earth. All right, so let's talk about the event. I always get the same timeline for this event that's supposed to hit the earth, and people always harsh on me for posting them. But you know what? I'm given them, and I have to think that I'm given them for a reason. And when I say I'm given them, it's more my clients are given them. I'm just a witness to them, and they're all saying the same thing. They're all saying the first quarter of 2018, even the ones that I posted about earlier this year, a supernatural event coming soon that came, these sessions that came through last March and last January all pointed to the first quarter of 2018. So, and my newest sessions are all saying that same thing. So what can we expect? All right, so we have one client who is saying that she came in and she was asking about part of her body that hasn't been right in years. She hurt her body and it's never been repaired properly, and she's waiting for medical science to catch up and heal her. And so she wanted to know about that. And it said that after the event, new technologies will be released. I'm going to read my notes here. They will be released and allow for complete regeneration of the nervous tissue. So when the event happens, not only will it be amazing, awesome, and everything, but there will be disclosure about technologies that we have here on Earth right now, and new ones will be released to us. And so we will have access to these newer technologies that will help us heal properly, help us regenerate at a higher rate. And it said, so in the same session, it said the sun is acting like a giant portal, a conduit, and that this energy is going to come through. It will have a hiccup. This energy is being transmitted to Earth, and the sun will have a hiccup, and it will shoot out a ray of enormous energy that will envelop the Earth. Pretty awesome. Envelop it, saturate it. All right, so it said that these are gamma rays. They won't burn up the Earth. They're going to change the atomic matter of everything. Humans will have it happen all at once. So whether you're in China or Antarctica, you will be experiencing this. I guess there aren't that many humans in Antarctica. Or are there? All right, so people all over the Earth are going to experience this at the same time. So no matter their location. And let's see, it will have the same effect as removing a pair of dark sunglasses. So, you're going through life with a big old pair of dark sunglasses on, and you take them off and you realize how bright and shiny and beautiful the earth is. And you have this clarity that you didn't have before. All right, so that's what people will experience. But the people who aren't awake, the people who aren't on this spiritual journey, who aren't kind of into this stuff, they will have so much confusion. So what she said, and let's see, I want to quote this. Many who are confused will turn to sources of light for understanding after the event. Healers who are not well regarded now will be sought out after the event. So all of you healers out there, we need you to show up, to claim your power, to actually live your purpose, because people need you. People are going to be so in need of your services. So start cleaning yourself up, showing up. All right, so don't be hiding, I can't tell you how many people I see, how many clients I see that are actually hiding their gifts away because they have been persecuted in the past for having these certain gifts. So many lifetimes where healers have been persecuted, and they carry that with them. And so they're not showing up. They don't realize that this is the life where you get to let your freak flag fly. You will not be persecuted for it. In fact, you are so needed. All right, so start flying your flag, man. All right, so let's see. Let me just check anything more from this particular client. Let's see. So after the event is in preparation for the ascension. So that's what the event is. It's to prepare people, to give them a chance to raise their vibration in preparation for this ascension. Let's see. So after they raise their vibratory rate, people will be free to travel as they wish to different levels, different earths. That's what they're talking about here. They give a time frame for when they see that finally happening for people, but because I have no other validating points for that information, I'm not going to state that because it's uncomfortable, because it's too long, it's too far away, I don't like it. All right, screw it. They say 5 years. 5 years after this event, I'm just going to say it. And like I said, I have nothing else saying that too, so, I don't know. Use your own discernment with all of this stuff, of course. So, all right. So after the event, people have a chance to raise their vibration. After they ascend, they can travel to the new earth if they wish. All right. So currently the new earth exists on this planet. That's what they says, as does the 3D earth. All right. So let's talk about that. 2 earths living on the same planet. And my friend Mitch gave me the best analogy for different dimensions existing in the same place. He said that it's the same as like when a fan is moving very quick, when the blades are moving very, very quick, they become invisible. When the blades slow down, we're able to see them. So these higher dimensions can exist at the same place, same time, same exact location as these lower dimensions, and we won't even be able to see them because they're moving too quick. We don't have the ability to sense the sight to see them. We can sometimes feel them, but we can't see them. All right, so when they say that things exist in the same place at the same time, that is what they're talking about. They're moving at a higher rate, higher vibratory rate, so we can't see them, just like those whirring blades on the fan. All right, on that same note, I had a session in September where the client is talking about the new earth being the old earth remembering itself. So being this earth remembering itself in its Eden form, its purest form, and that when we spread our magic, so when these humans here spread their magic, your powerful vibrations help the earth remember herself again. So that is hugely important. So they recommended that people go to certain areas on earth that where the earth is still in its Eden form. So places that are untouched by man. So some of them come to mind. You know, there aren't too many left, but let's see. There's I have a poor sick daughter in there. She's anyway. So yeah, you might hear her coughing away. So let's see. There are places like the Grand Canyon. You know, places like that are untouched by man. You know, somewhat. And so when we go to those places, when we travel to those places, we actually recharge ourselves with that magic, that original earth magic, and we carry it all over the world, and we help the earth remember itself. It said that Molokai is one of those places. Molokai in Hawaii. It's just the earth in its natural form, a Garden of Eden. Okay, so it says the earth needs her warriors to show up. Quit hiding yourself. Show up. And for this particular client, she was exhausted. And one of her questions was, why is she exhausted all the time? And it said her exhaustion is from resisting her true warrior energy. So she's being called to be this super powerful, purposeful being. That's what she came here to be. And she's resisting it. It's like she's dimming her light to make others comfortable and to grease the interactions that she has. But no, that's not what we need right now. And that is exhausting her because she's resisting what's trying to come out of her. And a lot of people have this. They have this constant state of exhaustion because they're not living to their truest, highest power. All right, so let's see. That's a cool one. You know, the earth remembering itself in its Eden form. And it said that on that same token, another client said the earth will transform from the inside out. There will be a bleed through of Earths. It's like the 3D Earth is superimposed over the new Earth, the new 5D Earth. So that's what we have to deal with. It said that the 5D Earth is like a beautiful blue marble inside of old nasty encrusted muddy ball. And that when we yearn for this new earth, when we call to it, when we envision it, we're actually calling that blue marble up out of this ball. We're ripping the seams. The seams are ripping. And it said it's happening from the inside out. So this marble, we're not scratching the surface. We're calling it to emerge. So very cool descriptions of what the new earth is. Let's see. And it said that the way to start seeing the new earth is to expand your consciousness, meditate, take moments to envision it, draw it to you. That is what is going to call it to you. This envisioning it and this yearning for it. They kept saying it over and over and over again in this one session. The yearning displaces the earth. It transforms it. Those who are yearning for it and can envision it will be on the new earth. So keep calling it to you. One of the tricks that I have been doing for years before I was ever aware of any new earth stuff. This is, I'm talking like 15, 20 years ago. What I would do, and I still do it today, is if I'm driving, walking, or just looking out the window and I see the signs of humanity, you know, the electrical wires and the cars and the asphalt and all this stuff and all these buildings in the way, I actually take a moment with my eyes open and follow the lines of the natural landscape. And I actually start seeing trees in the place of the buildings, and I see like little creeks, and I see, you know, ferns and all. Well, I live in the Pacific Northwest, so there's tons of ferns everywhere. You know, there was a fern there where there's now a car. And so that's what I see, and it calms me down. It's like it changes the way I see the world. I see it in its natural state, and I imagine myself as being like the first human that ever saw this street. Although this wasn't a street, this was like a beautiful valley and all this stuff. So that's what we need to start doing, is start envisioning what it would be like to be on this Garden of Eden. All right, so then we have this client very recently, she was this energy life. When we do these sessions, we always go to a life first before we access the higher self. And the higher self decided to show her this life as this huge expanding energy in the universe. And she was this beautiful, purple, rich energy. And I was like, okay, what is your energy signature? What's your vibe? And she was like, I'm like a big brother energy, like just this protection and this high vibration energy. And she could actually feel the energy crackle within her body, all of this like beautiful electricity crackle within her body. And I said, okay, well, what happens when you actually hit something solid? Because she's like, I'm just expanding. She could feel it. It was so huge. She could feel it in her human body. And I was like, all right, what happens when you hit a solid planet? And she said, well, I coat them, I saturate them, I envelop them with my energy, and I never leave. I keep moving on, but that signature, that energy always stays with them, and it raises them up. Okay, so when we get to the higher self in that session, I'm like, all right, so where is she? Where is the earth on her path? Is this happening now? And they were like, yes, this is happening now. That energy is expanding now. And I was like, all right, when is it going to hit earth? Has it hit earth? What? And it said earth is just on the very edges of it. It's like the tendrils, its edges are hitting the earth, have hit the earth. But the massive amount of it, the concentrated amount of it hasn't hit earth. It hasn't enveloped it yet. It's on its way. It's coming, and it will be soon. So this energy is going to hit earth, saturate it, and change everything. All right, so then a couple days later, I had another session where the client actually experienced this. It was like the client was on the ground floor, experienced this massive wave hitting the earth. And this client, I can't share any details from her session because she wasn't comfortable with sharing the details, so I can only share, the broader aspect of it, but it validated everything else. There is energy coming. It's going to affect you on a vibrational level. It hits everybody at once. It saturates the earth, so it hits the outer atmosphere first, and then it saturates the earth. This is the event, the energy coming. And same time frame given and everything. So the details were amazing in that session, and I hope someday I can share them with you because they were just beautiful. But that's enough. That's enough. That was enough for me, enough data for me to actually be able to post this video and get it out to you. There are so much cool information out there. They're all saying similar things. I love the new earth stuff. I want to thank all my clients who allowed me to share their information. I want to thank everybody out there who is doing this work. So not only the practitioners, but the clients who are coming to them, who are saying, hey, I'm ready to find out what my purpose is. I'm ready to help in any way I can. We so need you guys. Thank you so much. You have my highest respect. Much love to everybody out there, everybody who is doing the work. I love you so much. You are so needed. People are going to need you. So they need you right now, but they are going to need you so much more coming up. So much love to all of you. All right, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.